Yeah, we need more damage. Definitely need more damage. I think that's just going to come through, it's just going to come through us masterworking our shit. Nice. Yeah, survivability went up through the roof, that's for sure. Slowed, but no big deal. Electricity's right on us. We're eating it. We just took an explosion there. We took 2 explosions there. Another one. Like, yeah, like the survivability is definitely way, way better. Insane. I almost wonder if our helmet wouldn't be better, the other helmet, because then we would have +2 unstable elixirs and whatnot. We would be doing more damage to those that are frozen. Yeah. What is your Paragon level and what level are your glyphs? My glyphs are not leveled at all. We have 1 glyph to like 30 something and the rest are very low. So those got to go up too. That's a massive increase in damage as well, right? And our Paragon level is 217. Something like that. 217. I want to say 217. But our glyphs need to be leveled. That is something that we need to do. Slowed. Oh, there it is. That was almost the one that got us right there. 40 million right there on that hit. Are we going to have to go back through the portal and kill stuff on the other side of the portal? Nope, we got it right there. Hey, there we go. We'll see how long the boss fight takes. I can't imagine this is going to be quick. Yeah, no. Not exactly fast. We should get some good damage right there. Man. We're a good job of, like, stunning the boss, that's for sure. Next time we stun. Okay, let's do this.
It's a fight you wanted.
There we go. This should probably finish it off, I'm guessing. Maybe. Oh, no. That's bad. 3 more seconds. That was unexpected. Almost there. We've done it! World Tier 4! We've done it! The Torment Tier 4 is now unlocked. Well, it's an improvement. It is an improvement. All right, now you're going to get to see where my glyphs are at right now. Oh, wait, we have 1 at 46, 1 at 32. 1 at 46, 1 at 32. Nice! There we go. We did it. So, we pushed ourselves a little bit further today. Nice. I like it. Let's get these to 15, right? 15 will give them a radius increase. That one's at 15. Way to fucking go. There it is. Torment Tier 4 achieved. Nice. I mean, if you really think about it, that's really good. 2 days. Essentially 2 days. 6 hours is how much we spent in it. I don't think we'd be farming that. I will say that. Let's go in. Let's do 55. Let's do a 55 just to level these glyphs and then go back in and try it again as these glyphs get leveled up. So, isn't it you got to be 10 tiers over? Isn't that the way it is? 10 tiers over in order to get the full 100% chance to upgrade. Big difference as far as damage goes. And it just goes to show you the steep scaling that happens in the pit. It's a good thing. It's cool. So I guess it doesn't matter where you do the killing, right? As long as you get that bar full. Like, not even worried about dying either at all. Not even in the slightest. Which is nice. Like, AoEs don't even matter. Walk right through them. Who gives a shit? Then here's our portal. I hate portals. Explosions. I still feel like there is something missing. You know what we might do? After this one, we may switch out for the Cowl of the Nameless and see the difference with the Cowl of the Nameless on and the increase to those passive attacks or those passive skills. I wonder if those would make that big of a difference. I mean, one of those increases is the elixir one, and we, as you see, everything's frozen. So nice. We aren't there yet. We're like right. This should do it, right? This group. Yeah, there it is. All right, now let's see on the boss. Dead. Dead. What's in the box? Boop, boop, boop. We got an ancestral dagger. A 2. What? Damn it. No. No. If one of those were like maximum life dexterity, that would have been awesome. Critical strike dexterity, that would have been awesome. Instead, I get vulnerable damage. Vulnerable damage. All right, so that one's at 15. We want this one up to 15. So we have to do another one of those. All right, back out. We'll run another one, and I'm going to put on the Cowl of the Nameless this time and see if the Cowl of the Nameless is better, if it feels better with that. I wish there was a way to unslot. You know what? I guess there is kind of a way to unslot these, right? Also, make sure that I favorite everything here so we know that it's in our build. There we go. Like a quick way to unslot these. I guess we have to go to the jeweler anyways and make a new deal here. I still don't believe that it doesn't feel like we belong in the higher tiers yet. I will say that. It doesn't feel like we belong in World Tier 4. World Tier 3 feels fine. World Tier 4, not so much.
There is power in these stones.
So unsocket. What do we have in there? Bach Q. Bach Q is actually pretty dope. I don't know if you guys see what our uptime is on our barrier, but it's significant. Bach K? Is that what it is? Q? Bach Q? Bach. Where's that Bach? Bach Q. There we go. All right, let's try this now. I have a feeling this is going to be better. This looks really overwhelming, says Chit. No, not at all. Actually, you know what? I guess it can be, but it's not as much as you think. A lot of the, like, I mean, how do you mean overwhelming? Overwhelming as in there's a lot happening on the screen. You get used to that because most of it is insignificant to you. You're just killing it and running away and just moving on by it. But there is a certain amount of overwhelming that can happen when it comes to gear and affixes and all that stuff. So I can understand that. Calculating stats on the gear. Yes, absolutely. That can get overwhelming. There is a lot, but the more you look at it, the more you start to understand it, the more you know what you're looking for. A lot of people will just go, I want to just do a good build guide, and I'll just follow the build guide and do nothing else. A lot of people will go that route. Boy, this doesn't feel either way. Doesn't feel. No, I think the other helmet's better. Wow, that's crazy to say. I was hoping that the damage increase would be well, you know what? There's moments. I wonder about, I should have stood in that explosion though. The next time we see an AoE, I'm going to stand in it and see if we can't tank it. So we have this one right here. That didn't bother me at all. That didn't bother me at all. So we're good there. We are doing a little bit more damage without a doubt. We have to be. Because the other helmet didn't help our damage in any way. I would have liked to have gotten to that and seen if I could take that hit. I mean, this is still only 55, though. Let's stand in this. We're good. Very little difference, to be honest. I will say, Chin, my favorite thing when it comes to games like this, though, is that, like, I love that how deep the calculations can get. That does, like, half of our health got taken off there. I love games that allow you to build and do, like, that calculations. That, I really enjoy that in games. I love doing builds. I absolutely love doing builds. And being able to get creative with them. I will say that seems like one thing that maybe is lacking a little bit in this game is that your own personal creativity is kind of limited in this game, as compared with something like maybe like The Division. Let's just take The Division as another way. Like you can build a build around. I don't know how to word this. Let's say there was something, we got a time limit, so I can't waste too much time. But like, I don't know, there's just something, it lacks personal creativity to an extent. Oh, that's an insta-wipe right there. Yeah, so we definitely do have more damage. There's no doubt about it. We're full on Murmuring Obols. We're gonna have to go gamble. Is that gambling time? It's gambling time. We want 2 in this, which is really 1. And then let's get this one up. Yeah, that's also something to think about. It could very well be the glyphs that are giving us the increase in damage too. That's a possibility. You think that they will actually make Division 3? They're already making it, they said, Zephyr. They already said that they're making it. It is now in active development. I probably think it's too late. Will I play it? Yeah, I'm going to play it. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to play it. I love Division 1, Division 2. My problem was when they abandoned Division 2 for like a full year and then came back like, you should just now start paying us again because now we're going to start making content again. That rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, it wasn't a full year. It was like 9 months that they took off from the game. Granted, they did throw out the... It's not Homeland. Not Homeland. Homeland was something different, Gunishir. Division 3 is in development now. You played the beta for it? Yeah, for Homeland? Yeah. It's not Division 3 is not the same thing as Homeland. And also, is Homeland canceled now? Like, fully canceled now? Yeah, Division 3 and Homeland are not the same game. Homeland is based off of the Division world though. Us playing Division is still on my channel, says Boogie. Dude, I adore the Division, man. I love that game. Ubisoft really, they fucked up. They fucked up by not keeping. I think every live service game now should be starting to realize that there is a definitive life cycle for a live service game. And it really depends on how well you're able, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think it revolves around how well you can get your game to look right away. So it has to be a pretty game that can remain pretty for 6 years and not in 6 years to fall behind visually. And because as soon as any other game that comes out that looks better, a lot of people are going to bleed off into that. So I think that has a certain amount to do with it. But there's also a life cycle to any live service game where at a certain point, you're just going to... There's nothing new that you're going to be able to do to keep people interested in your game as a live service game. MMOs are kind of different in the fact that they're ran differently and also the scale of them are a little bit different. But I would like to see a true blending of an MMO and a live service like looter shooter. The blending of those things could be really cool and allow you to build new builds and stuff like that and be creative with your builds. I think that game, if somebody could get a hold of that and crack that nut, it would be amazing. But I don't see anybody being able to do that, if I'm going to be completely honest. But there's definitively, I would say for a live service game, 5 to 6 years should be your absolute maximum. As in, if you aren't already developing the sequel to your live service game after 5 to 6 years, your game is going to die. It might still make money, but is that money going to offset the cost of you continuing to develop for that game? Destiny 2 couldn't really pull it off either. Yeah. I mean, even Destiny 2 is now 10 years in. And that is I think that's an outside of the norm comparison, Ishii, because Destiny had people that came from Destiny 1. Those people, this is sort of where like the MMO mindset comes into play. It's because those people that came from Destiny 1 were invested already for 4 years. They got to Destiny 2, then they were invested for another 4 years, and then it almost feels bad to walk away from it. Destiny has a current drop-off that happens. There's an expansion that comes out, people play it, and then they stop playing, and it dies. And I don't mean completely dies, but it dies off. It dramatically decreases in its player population. And then a season will start, it'll go up for 2 weeks, and then go back down. And then there's this constant wave that happens with it, which you would anticipate, right? But I think Destiny's different because of people feeling like they want to, they're invested in it. That's their world, you know? With how much they started charging for DLC, that's one thing Destiny needs to change, without a doubt. Destiny needs to, if you buy the current DLC, everything else that came before it should be included. ESO does that. And ESO, I believe, has stuck around for 10 plus years for that very reason. That, and also there's another, it's another MMO. The scale's a little bit different. I don't know. I think there is a definitive.
I forge more than horseshoes.
We have an increase rate there.
What do you need?
There's a definitive life cycle to a live service game, though, and if they haven't figured it out in studios yet, they better wake up, because otherwise they're just throwing money away, and live service games will just go away. And I don't want live service games to go away. I'm going to be honest. I love the idea that I can play a game for a month, have 100 hours of entertainment, and then sit it down, and then in a month something else comes out for it, and I get to go back and I get to experience that game in a whole different way over again for another month, and then put it down, and then that I like that. I love that in games. I don't think that should go away. I know a lot of people would probably feel a little bit differently than I do, but I personally like them. How much for their DLC? Chin, it is, I want to say each one is like $20. So you're talking about, or, a lot of times they'll go on sale too. Or sometimes they'll run free weekends where you can do them in a weekend and be done with them. But, yeah, it came out in 2010. Isn't that insane? Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, that's insane. There's another game that I'm surprised has lasted as long as it has, but I think that's because of its community as well. Everybody that loves Final Fantasy games is invested in Final Fantasy, you know? But yeah, they're like 20 bucks a pop, and there's been like 6 of them. So that's way too much money. $120 for someone to get on the same page as me is just, it's asking way too much. Especially when they don't last that long. It's not that like you can't ask somebody to pay $20 for something that they're literally going to play for 6 hours and be done with. That's not okay. Let's run another one of these. I want to put this back on, I think. Do I have another K, a Bach K? No, I only had one of the Bach, right? I'd like to just be able to swap back and forth between the two and get an instant feel. We have to go to Jeweler Honey. Do we have another Bach in the box? Well, I know we have another Q, right? Q was down. Bach was up. Maybe not. Bach Q? Black? There's Q. So we have 5 of the Qs. Do we have another Bach? Bach was one of these, right? No. Can I get these sorted alphabetically, please? Yeah, no, we don't. Boo! There's a Zol. No. Yeah, no. So we're gonna have to pull from there. I think our survive. You know, I don't even really think we need to. I don't think we need to do any adjust. We can just roll with the helmet that we have now. Let's just try to blast though. Just try to blast through it. Maybe even go down to 50, right? Well, no, 55. We need to do it at 55. I think too many live service games. Wait, I can't think of too many live service games I've played, to be honest. Yeah, no. You never played. I would consider this a live service game. Destiny 2, a live service game. I played that. Division would be a live service game. Outside of those, what else would be? ESO would be an MMO. I played a lot of that. I just got crowd controlled, asshole. ESO would be a MMO. I mean, no, I think Borderlands would be just a looter shooter. That's not an MMO. Or I mean, a live service game. Yeah, I don't think Borderlands would count towards that, Ishii, to be honest, no. I mean, there are some live service elements to them with, like, the keys and stuff, but that's more or less... I would definitely not consider that. I think that's more just a looter shooter. And I will say, looter shooters are probably some of my favorite games. So when that gets introduced into the live service, that's when I really enjoy it. That's when I really enjoy it. That might even be the reason that I like most of the live service games that I play, is because most of them sort of follow the line of a looter shooter, right? To an extent. That might be why I like them so much, because I love looter shooters. Pardon me, you're dead now. Hurry up and die. I'm not sure I like this one. It seems like this one's kind of slow to get through and kill enemies. Not like some of the other ones where you can just sprint through a giant area and just kill a whole horde of enemies. This one seems a little more confined. Not as dense of groups. I'm not even gonna bother stopping. I'll just keep rolling. Hey, assholes, die! I will say, I'm surprised at how much this game has grabbed my attention over the last couple of weeks, though. I'm actually quite surprised at just how amazing I find this game to be. And this game has come a long way from where it started. There's no doubt about it. Oh yeah, we forgot to gamble some of our murmuring obols away, didn't we? No. Upgrade. So that one's upgraded, and then this one. We can do one more and get that done. Let's bail. Would Smite count as one? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Would Smite count as a live service game? I don't feel like it would because it's self-contained, right? There's DLCs that come out for it, right? And new heroes and stuff, but I don't think that it would be considered a... I don't think it would. I could be wrong about that. To me, it isn't. Activate Artificer Realm Pit. Yes, please. Send it. How are you so open to playing anything and everything? I'm fixated on specific types of games. It's a mental thing. LOL. I played so many games over the course of years. I wasn't like this. When I played games originally, I played NCAA football 25. I played NBA Live 95. You know, like I played NCAA footballs, Maddens, and I started out as a sports gamer. That was where my gaming came from. And then I branched out with games like Fallout 3 and just getting into those and seeing how much more a game could like you can live in a world like that's, I mean, you can literally like it's like watching a movie, except for you are the one making a lot of the decisions a lot of times. So then I got into things like you know, like role-playing games, and then I really fell in love with role-playing games over the years. Skyrim did a great job at expanding me as well. And then, of course, I started getting into multiplayer when that came around, playing the Call of Duties. The Battlefields I always loved. I used to love, what was the Battlefield games back in the day? Oh, I'm trying to think. What the hell was the name of the one Battlefield that I loved? It was, it had a whole story to it, and it was like, it was, oh, man. It was one of, like, the old school Battlefield games. God damn it. Trying to think of the name of it.